guys, guess what? It's mini vacation time. I'm taking a drive down to one of my very favorite stomping grounds, or should I call them riding grounds. I don't do much stomping except on the devil, but I do a lot of riding, and I've decided that this is a Kairos time, an opportune moment to press into what God is doing in the next season. I'm expecting encounters with the Lord, my eyes to be opened wider to the realm of the Spirit, and you never know, maybe a divine connection or two. It's important that we get away, that we take time away from the hustle bustle. It's only 3 nights. It's only 1.5 days. But guess what? It's a beautiful drive, and it is a perfect time. You got to know when to rest, and you got to know when to work, and you got to know when to play. You got to know when to push. You got to know when to pray. Amen. So go with me on this little mini vacation, this little adventure. My hair won't be perfect, but guess what? I am going to be in perfect peace. Watch and learn. Bless you. Alright, here I am in Key West, Florida, and I'm looking for some coffee. Unfortunately, this is the time of day when Prophet Vanessa typically finds my coffee, and now I'm on my own. But I'm sure that we will find a way to survive. It's called an adventure.
I'm seriously never seen
Well, I've got my Cuban coffee, which really takes me back. You know, I went to Cuba in 1997, right before the Pope visited there, and really got immersed in the Cuban culture. Of course, I lived in South Beach, Miami for a number of years, and so there's nothing quite like Cuban coffee 90 miles from Cuba. Of course, the best Cuban coffee is actually in Cuba. But we're just exploring today. I'm actually going to go back in the room, begin to seek the Lord. I'm going to explore things of the Spirit. What we have to understand is that we have to balance our natural life and our spiritual life. If we just feed our soul and feed our body, we're going to get fat and happy, or maybe fat and depressed, but we're never going to ascend to the places in the Spirit that God is calling us to. So my reason for being here is not to be a tourist, although I probably will walk around at some point, because it's good to get exercise as well. You can only sit in a room and pray so long, right? But you know what? I want to speak to you about balance and rest. You've heard me say this a lot over the last year. These things are important. So I'm just standing here praying in front of this body of water here, and this is actually 90 miles from Cuba. Take a look. As I was looking down at my shadow, I thought, what would it be like to walk in that level of power and that level of the miraculous? But you know what? We have that ability. We have the power that raised Christ from the dead on the inside of us. He is in us. He is with us. Okay, so this is Dog Beach, not exactly my cup of tea. You know, little known fact, I used to have a dog. Her name was Maxie, M-A-X-X-I. It was short for Maximiliana, and she had like 1,000,000 dots. She was a Dalmatian. And so if I had Maxie now, we would be on the Dog Beach, but I'm thinking maybe I'll go for the city life. Duval Street. Wow, I just stumbled upon the very first place I ever stayed when I came to Key West. It's the youth hostel. I was in college, and that began my journey of escapes to Key West. We came as a group, and wow, this brings back a lot of memories. Youth hostels are great for youth. When you're an adult, you gotta go to the beach resorts. So many of you may not know this, but roosters actually have the right of way here in Key West by law. You have to stop rooster crossing all the time. They're everywhere. I have a whole contingency of roosters now following me as I pray in the Holy Ghost. So right behind me, people are standing in line to get a picture next to the official symbol of the southernmost point in the US, where Cuba really is just 90 miles away. So it's interesting. I'm passing by the southernmost home, and everything down here is the southernmost. In case you didn't know, I am actually from the south. I know you can't tell because I don't have a southern twang, amen? But I'm heading back now. I've had enough fun and sun for the day. Time to go back and pray. Remember what I told you at the beginning? Balanced life. Alright guys, well I am about to head home. It's a good long drive. It's good sometimes just to get away, even for just a couple of days. You know, getting out of your environment, shifting your atmosphere by changing your environment, your surroundings. We get so focused on the day-to-day. Sometimes it can get mundane. Sometimes we can get in a rut. I said to you before, we're in a season of spontaneity. That season is still upon us, and I picked up and I came to Key West. Amen. Where will you pick up and go? Some of you are saying, well, I can't. How can you just do that? I can't. You don't understand. You know what? You can get up and you can walk to a park and sit in solitude. You can get up and you can go out on a canoe or a boat or something. You can take a walk. You can do something different to change your environment. I pray that whatever it is you're dealing with or going through, whatever it is that's troubling your mind, that you can find the peace of God in the place of rest. I'll see you next time. God bless you.